We are here again. Time for some more Black-White Eldraziblade. I've been jamming this deck a bunch. I also mention it every stream, but in case anyone was wondering... Oh, there's the cat underneath the desk there. But there's a 10K in St. Louis this coming weekend. So I am prepping for that. It's a modern 10K, so I've been jamming this deck a bunch in preparation for that. After that, I'll be moving over to a lot of Legacy content in preparation for Eternal Weekend, which is the first weekend of November. And then from there, I have no idea what I'm doing. But for now, we jam Modern. Stop that. We jam more Modern. And the only change I made from the list Friday, I think I talked about it at the end of the stream. I wanted to play a Kaya in the deck. We shaved a Fulminator Mage. I think 4 might just be like a little too many. Just like a lot of slots that don't come in for a lot of matchups. It's mostly just like very targeted, like Tron Titan Shift hate. And maybe I need to be looking at other matchups a little bit more. So I like the flexibility of a card like Kaya. Gives me stuff against like Burn or Hushbringer. Hushbringer, what did Hushbringer do in this deck? Turn off all of my cards? Doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't work, yeah. Just turn off all of my creatures. But yeah, Kaya's pretty flexible. Comes in versus like humans and like random creature decks where the exile CMC 1 creature thing matters. The plus and the ult are good against burn. Comes in against probably some of the grindier decks too, where it just like is a clock, it sits there, eats up Snapcaster targets, and like you have to answer it or it's gonna like shoot them in the face for a bunch. So all time, that's going. But yeah, let's get to it. I also, all the cards for this deck just came in. I literally have a pile of cards sitting on my desk because I ordered a bunch of cards for this deck that I didn't own. So now we have a bunch of the cards here. Let's play a Modern League. Did you get foil? No, I didn't get. I got some foils. Only if they were like cheap. I wasn't gonna like immediately foil out this deck or anything. I did get the sexy Ashiok though. I got the sexy Japanese alt art Ashioks. I couldn't not. They're so good. I would have mailed you the fetches together, and it's all good. I'm sitting here waiting for nothing and play yet. I have the Marsh Flats. I just needed some Prismatic Vistas. And like 2 Prismatic Vistas or whatever, so it's whatevs. Alright. Get this party started with a completely unkeepable hand. Wow, this hand also sucks. Struggling to 5 here is... Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, Scholar, 1 land, and like this Thought Knot. Is that good enough? On the play, this hand really sucks. But I'm also against a 6. I think I'm just gonna go to 5. Just want like a functional 5. Alright, this is not a super functional 5, but it'll do. Gonna ship... We can't even cast these Thought Knots yet, but I imagine by turn 4 we'll be able to. So definitely shipping at least 1 land. Do I ship 2 lands? Or do I ship like a Thought Knot? I'm gonna ship this Swamp and... Shipping 2 lands seems really greedy on the play. I think I'm gonna ship a Thought Knot Seer here. And hope we just like draw Eldrazi Temple. Well, I guess if my plan was hope I draw Eldrazi Temple, I would have kept both Thought Knots and just kept 2 lands. Oh fuck! Should have shipped this Path Exile. Maybe they're playing the bad Tron. I always say that, and they always are, but it doesn't always work out for me. All right, well, that's a card that exists. Probably one of my best. I guess Tidehall probably would have been better, but. Definitely not unreasonable, especially if they're on like Eldrazi. Just grab Batter Skull. This or postboard, I'd grab Light and Shadow in case we find Fulminator Mage, but. Alright. Turn 3 Tron, solid. We're gonna have a Batter Skull. My opponent's gonna have a 7-drop. Source of Speed activation, I love it. Just getting that F6 equity. If I draw like Field of Ruin, they get slightly punished. Alright. Let's hope that their 7-card hand has nothing to do. Just like a Worm Coil engine. That seems pretty bad for me. What are they gonna wish for here? They can't bridge because they still have 4 cards in hand. They still have 5 cards in hand. They could just wish for something set up for next turn, but then we get to Thought Knot it at least. They could plus and keep the Karn around. Hey, do you mind cats? Hey. Ugh. Damn buggers. Because they're figuring out what to do with their Karn too. Probably would have tapped a little bit differently. Alright, they're wishing. Spyglass. Sure. Kind of not a very good use of their Karn. Use! I moved the trash can over to my side for a reason, but Aishnaz must have moved it back. That's where the cats knock it over! She's the worst. So we clear the Karn, we get to Thought Knot them. Hopefully take like a Ugin or some horrifying monstrosity. I might not have updated Cardboard Live. Whoops. Scoot that off to the side here. I think the list that it's showing might just be the one with 4 Fulminators. There we go. Named Stoneforge Mystic. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, Smasher. That could be good. Let's do some Thought Knot Seeing. What you got there, opponent? Oh wow, they are Eldraziblade. Wow, what a world. This is so much better for me. Well, they don't have this path if that's what they're in the market for, like chalicing. They have 7 mana next turn. So I want to make their next turn as inefficient as possible, right? It might just be the Ugin. I don't really want to get Karned or Thought Knotted, though. Like, I want to take the Karn so they can't just bridge me out of this game. Because we actually just can't beat the bridge. But if they just Ugin, they have 7 mana Ugin. I guess they can't cast too much. They can only they can cast, like, the Chalice for 1 and a Ballista for 1. If they draw a land, they can, like, Ugin into Thought Knot. Ugin's gonna be so much harder to take off the board unless they don't Thought Knot me, and then we can redraw a line for Smasher. I think I just can't beat this Karn though. Like, we cannot beat it in Ensnaring Bridge. Attack your face. Attack your Karn. your map. So it's mana neutral for this turn, but gives them a shit ton of mana next turn. So we really want to draw another land and just smush them. Is she Uganing me? Ugin, Chalice, Ballista line? They don't know about the Smasher, notably. Okay, no, they're thought nutting. So they're gonna take the Smasher and then Chalice me, probably. Just set up to, like, Ugin me on a more stable board and just bury me like that. Not chalicing me. Ambitious. Well, we're just gonna Thought Knot them again. Do I attack? Yes. I'm attacking with these two. If they want to trade Thought Knots, I think I'm okay with that. I'm not super concerned about this Ballista. I guess I'm kind of concerned about this Ballista being huge. They have 10 mana. That's like a 5. Oh, wait, never mind. This Ballista is actually very bad for me, especially if they Chalice. Although this Ugin's probably worse for me still. Maybe I just attack with the Germ. Don't actually know what I'm supposed to do here. So I'm not pathing this Thought Knot this turn, but if I don't path the Thought Knot this turn, that means I missed the window on casting my Path to Exile. Maybe I just let them Ugin. If they Ugin for Ugin 6 mana, they have 10 mana, so they could play a Ballista for 3 afterwards. Which isn't enough to, like, block my things very profitably. Maybe I just have to path. To get around this Chalice of the Void. Hopefully we draw something relevant, like a Eldrazi Displacer or something. Hey, an Eldrazi Displacer. It's really amazing how much more winnable games are when, like, your opponent has turn 3 Tron and then, like, has a bunch of, like, not game-winning threats. Now they have 11, they have 12 mana now, right? 10, 11, 12. They can Ballista for 6. But that kills the Displacer, and then they go to 2. And they can exile my Germ. They can make a Chump Blocker. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they can still play a 4/4 here, right? And Chalice on 1. Forward is kind of obnoxious because it clears the Displacer and keeps it around to just pump a bunch of mana into later. Alright. Just leaving yourself dead on board? That's a game plan, I guess. You're just gonna let me blink your spirit and then attack you for lethal? If you insist. Alright, I'll take it. Don't know if I was beating, like, just Ballista for 4 there. Ping the Displacer down. They have a token and a 1/1. Would your Field of Ruins might have helped because it, like, prevents them from, like, loading up their Ballista super high. So we could have, like, threatened some pretty good attacks. But I'll take it. card does not seem very good in this matchup. I played this matchup so... I've played this matchup like once per stream, and I still don't know how I'm supposed to be sideboarding. My brain just, like, goes dead every time. So just to cut these Stranglers, and I've been, like, messing with trimming the Stoneforge package, cutting Fatal Push, stuff like that. So we could just do this, right? Although Fatal Push is okay. Fatal Push is okay at killing, like, Thought-Knot Seers with a fetch land or clearing out an annoying Walking Ballista. But it also makes us a lot less weak to Chalice. And, like, both these equipment are pretty good. Light and Shadow in tandem with Fulminator Mage, and just Batter Skull in tandem with, like, not getting iced by our own Stony Silence or anything. Maybe I'll just do this. I think I've sideboarded differently all 3 times I've played this matchup in the past week. This hand has turn 2, Tight Hollow, and nothing else. If only we had like a Thought Knot or a Smasher. Eesh, this hand sucks. Opponent's going to 5. Alright, I'll join him. Well, I'll keep this. Opponent's on 5 cards, and we have a Stone Rain. It's probably good enough. Am I keeping this Disenchant? I have to put 2 to the bottom, and we're keeping 3 lands Fulminator. Putting a Displacer to the bottom. Do I put the second one? Do I get greedy and put a land to the bottom? I think this is my plan. And disenchant some, like, piddling turn 2 play here. It was the Modern. We just started. It's going pretty well. My opponent had turn 3 Tron, but they were the bad Tron deck, so we won. So it was okay. Ooh. I'll take it. Ooh, opponent has Natural Tron, huh? Oh, no, they have a Karn or a Thought... I mean, I guess we take this Thought Knot, right? So we can Fulminator them off of Natural Tron, but this Karn sucks. It sucks less because we have this Disenchant, though, so... Having this Disenchant makes it so that we can actually beat this Karn a lot easier. Like, if they go get Bridge, we can beat it. If they try to, like, Lattice me, we can float mana and stuff. And they'll be off a bunch of mana the following turn. So yeah, we gotta take this Thought Knot. Opponent is also very aggressively mulling to Natural Tron, which I don't really know if you could afford to do as Eldrazi Tron. Take the Karn. Karn is, I mean, Karn is like the better card here, but we have better answers to Karn, right? Bridge, play Bridge here. But then we're going to Fulminator them off of, like, mana so they can't get to, oh, just Spyglass. Sure. Oh no, they can Spyglass my Fulminator. We've been outplayed. The question is, do I cast the Fulminator or leave up Disenchant? Throw away. Not mulligan Tron. I think that's true for normal Tron, but I don't think Eldrazi Tron can mulligan that much more aggressively, because, like, you don't just get to have natural, like, Tron all the time. You're a deck that has just, like, way lower percentage chance. That's why you're playing the deck, right? Because you have other avenues. You play, like, Eldrazi Temple Thought-Knot Seer. You play Chalice Voice, stuff like that. You're not playing Sylvan Scrying Ancient Stirrings and, like, 9,000 ways to find all your Tron lands. Now The question is, do we try to Thought Knot them now? Yeah, I think the answer is Thought Knot them. They only have one unknown in hand, but it gets the biggest thing in play, and it's going to be hard for them to like play a big thing and also like lattice me in the same turn or something. I think Thought Knot is the highest. I guess like technically Fulminator is the highest equity, right? Because then like next turn we disenchant the Spyglass, but counterpoint, the deck is beyond bad without Tron. But I think this deck, like, no tea, no shade, but like I breathe a sigh of relief every single time my opponent like has Matter Reshaper in their Tron deck. Just like, why aren't you just playing green Tron? Well, they have a lot of mana now. Hopefully they don't top deck something relevant. Because, like, we can get through a bridge because we have Disenchants. They can't just do that. They obviously can't lattice me. They have 8 mana? I like my opponent's choice of Tron lands. Very good. The random 8th edition mines. Will not stand for this hatred for me. I had to pick out a card that Eldrazi played that Green Tron didn't, and Matter Reshaper came to me as like the prime example, because like card is not very good. Like when your opponent assembles natural Tron and then they like cast a Matter Reshaper, and you're just like, nice. What are they wishing for? I'm very scared. Karn's a scary card. I suppose if I had thought about the Spyglass line, then like taking the Karn is just better, right? Because they can always Karn Spyglass me and name the Fulminator Mage, which is like, the reason I took the Thought Knot was to try to fulminate them off of Tron. Can you stop? Mystic Forge, sure. They just like try to get a little lucky with the Mystic Forge, play a blocker out for their Karn. Otherwise, they just like die hard. Just find like a, oh wow, yep, that is what I would say. Getting lucky would be your top card being Thought Knot Seer. Now I might just lose, unless we top deck like a Path or something. Hey, top deck Path or something. Alright, we're not dead. The problem is that we can't get this Mystic Forge off the table, so we're probably dead. We can't even cast this Fulminator. Not that it matters, because we have no way to get Spyglass off the table, so it's a... Ugh. Just get away, cat. They took our one disenchant, so we have no way to remove a Spyglass. Nope, fuck off. I'm tired of your claws digging into my shoulder. Get off of me. Cosmicon isn't even here to be happy about your existence. A hole in my shirt, you little punk. I mean, this Forge probably isn't literally the card that kills me because I'm going to attack their Karn down. I have been there, though. I've killed people with Forge in Legacy before. Draw something good. Displacer. Interesting choice of activation. Oh, because they shuffled and saw a new card. Okay. This Inquisition is probably not getting anything, but it's probably not getting any better, so we'll fire it off. They could have some random, like, Chalice of the Void or something they don't want to cast that turn in their hand. Oh yeah, no, they'll draw the Temple. Whoops, I already forgot about that. I literally knew it was there. Just took 1 damage and discarded my card. Probably not going to matter a huge amount. Probably going to get absolutely buried by this Forge. It's a lot of mana you got there, opponent. It's just Ulamog. Ballista for 5? I'll concede to that too. Like, we can't beat any of that. Yeah, we're dead. Alright, Stony on the play is very good. Displacer, Path. This hand's probably good enough. I might not keep this on the draw, because Stony's gives a lot worse on the draw. He's trying to be the worst mana base that can 5-0. I played Eldrazi Taxes for years. This mana base is a godsend compared to that mana base. I can play with any pile of shit if I played with the Eldrazi Taxes mana base. Jesus Christ, the deck's mana was a dumpster fire. Alright, mulligan into like an expedition map hand, please. Yes, go to 5. Alright, just play an expedition map. Reasonably certain 4 Vista would be better this. I don't know, I've had not very good results with a bunch of Vistas. The mana base, the mana requirement's like pretty demanding in the early turns. Casting like Tide Hollow Skull and turn 1 Thoughtseizes and stuff. What's up? I do nothing a lot. My weekend was pretty good. The reason to not play Temple here, probably. Because, like, going up to 4 Vistas, like, having a bunch of Vistas means you need to, like, have a... Oh, nice. Means you want a bunch of basics, too. Instead, can't just shoot a common from Modern Horizons. I don't think this is an Astrolabe deck. If there was a snow-covered wastes, then you might interest me. There's a lot of flickering I can be doing. We'll cycle a silent clearing, I guess. So, I think I'm tapping the Temple to draw, because we have higher odds of drawing a Tide Hollow Skull than a second Displacer. Alright. Displacer, please go to the distance. Mana Screw beats Mana Flood if you give them enough time. Well, I guess I will Thoughtseize my opponent. I'm tempted to just not Thoughtseize them, because they might just have to move to discard. There's a world where they can kill my Displacer with another land, though. I should probably Thoughtseize them. Wow, they're just not firing off this Dismember on my thing? Okay, well, I guess I'll take your Dismember. Interesting choice. Just don't think any of these cards really matter. I want to kill them. Dismember prevents me from killing them. What did my crap? Oh yeah, Dog was here earlier. You did miss Dog. Is that burn list the one that like top forward the GP or whatever? I'd stream that. Oh no, they drew a land. Oh, hang on. Oh, never mind. Not interested in. I guess Blizzard for one doesn't do anything because I just blink it out of the way. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can Tide Hollow plus blink it once to take something forever. And take another thing. White, black. Trigger on the stack. Blink. Ooh, did they change that? The other trigger isn't on the stack anymore. The one that's like the leave the battlefield trigger. It's not on the stack anymore. Did it like auto leave the stack? Because there was nothing for it. I think I'm just gonna take these two Mana Reshapers. They can't draw any land that lets them play Karns. And they're just like super far behind. We can also just start like double blinking to exile a bunch of shit in their hand. If it gets to the point where the Karns are concerning. Creatures are textless here. I don't, because they can cast them. I guess I could just blink them down. All roads lead to Rome. Wait. Now it... Shouldn't it let me have stacked that? It just gave it back to them immediately, right? That seems like a bug, right? Shouldn't it have let me stack the order in which I wanted to do that? Like, there's not a world where I would want to Thoughtseize them before I put the card back in my hand, unless I was like trying to beat Ensnaring Bridge or something. Is that a bug? That feels like a bug. Tide Hollow's leave the battlefield trigger isn't entering the stack anymore. Like, it put the card back in their hand. Is auto stack on? I mean, did it turn itself on? Is auto stack a thing? Is that like my settings? Also, I wasn't saying they were bad. I was saying that their deck was bad, which is obviously an exaggeration. Eldraziblade a playable deck. I just find it like wild that people register 12 Tron lands and don't play like. I was gonna say Karn, Ugin, and Ulamog, but my opponent was probably playing all of those cards. Ancient Stirrings and Sylvan Scrying. I guess I should name the green cards. Input settings. In duel settings. Yeah, I don't know how this fucking works. Sylvan defensive. Maybe that's why I took the Reshapers, just to make you feel even worse, Patrick. I was just like, you know what? We're winning this game. Let's just exile all these Mana Reshapers too. Did you see the little set list with basically no time? I did not. Well, the set's been doing some wild shit though, like just in general. Ever since like Top got banned, I feel like Lisette just kind of lost his marbles a little bit. The cat is back to be a menace once more. Is Cosmogon still in chat? Dog's back in here. Hello. Wow. This is a rock solid hand we got here. I mean, this is keepable. Probably shipping the sword. Probably better to keep Strangler on the off chance we can draw Path, Thought-Knot, or Tide Hollow. No, you can't ban Moxall. But against Infect or Scales? Or just normal affinity? Guess we'll lead with Plains, because we're likely playing Stoneforge. Yeah, there's not a world where I'm just casting Strangler here next turn. Could lead with Temple to technically keep our options open. Wait. But no, we want to leave with Plains because we could draw a Tide Hollow, which might be a better play than Stoneforge. I don't know what I was waiting for, but I definitely didn't. It was too late. If you could go back in time for War of Spark Modern Rise of Wrapping, would you? Probably. In terms of, like, Eternal formats, I think they were, like, a huge mistake. Even, like, Standard, though. Everyone's complaining about, like, Teferi and stuff. The stream is complaining about Matter Reshaper while playing Strangler. Strangler's a way cooler card than Matter Reshaper. Oh, I definitely want to strangle this Steel Overseer, and I definitely can't strangle this Steel Overseer, which is disappointing. Gonna get out of hand real fast. Looks like we're just playing against actual factual affinity. Guess we'll grab the bee skull. Shoot my thing. I don't know, they're just gonna punch me for a lot. That's a reasonable counter offer. Can you stop? Why are you being such a menace today, huh? Why are you being such a menace? Just settle down. I did not want to draw that. That is for sure. Just gonna take a million more, die. Solid plan. Why? Oh, when you flip Reshaper on Reshaper. I don't know, it's just such a bore. It's just like when you die, draw a card type effect, right? Oh yeah, Plague Engineer is like pretty egregious design-wise. There's something else to do with this mana? All effects are just draw a card. I suppose that's technically true. Alright, so we're just super dead here. We could draw a path and we might live. And even then, I don't think we live. Because this cranial petting just goes on one of these things and punches me in the face more. But we'll keep going for... Oh, they're just holding up there. Oh, that's what they're holding up the mana for. Gallop Blast, sure. Wait, didn't they just... The BM of not Gallop Blast took my face there, alright. Sure. I think the concept of Modern Horizons is not Myth Lethal, only extended VM. I mean, there was absolutely no way I was going to win. If there was like a world where they Gallop Blast there and then I can come back from that board state, then it is Myth Lethal. But if it's just like, I'm going to just win next turn, it's BM. These all cards all seem pretty good. Kaya seems maybe... It only exiles one cost things though, right? So that's like... what they're like signal pests and shit. It's probably too slow. Let's figure out what sucks first of all. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I liked the idea of Modern Horizons. I think that it had a couple of like pretty egregious design mistakes in it, but I think that should not deter them from making more sense like it in the future. What am I cutting here? Like my Thoughtseize effects? Caves over clearing for just colorless. Yeah, we have Thought-Knot's Ears and Eldraziblade. It is explicitly for colorless mana. Cut these Reality Smashers because they suck. We'd probably shave all of our equipment package except for Batterskull. Cut like a Thoughtseize. This looks okay. Gavin said they were happy with Narset being good in Legacy. I never want them to sign a card not for Standard again. Yeah, this looks okay. It's argument for bringing like Fulminators and shit to blow up creature lands, but I think some discard, especially on the play, some discard is okay because like you can take away some of their important payoffs on turn one. This hand seems pretty solid. Inquisition into Stony into Plague Engineer. I'm into it. I'm gonna have to Google what some of these fucking creature types are, but unless there's one in play, I guess I could just name that. What you got over there, opponent? Let me see. Alright, well, all these cards are really bad with Stony Silence in play, so which is the one that I want in play the least? So their turn is going to be land, Springleaf Drum, Ornithopter, Signal Pest, go. I could just like, wait, this thing dies, right? It is a pest? Pest is a creature type, huh? I was thinking about like what I'm putting Plague Engineer on and stuff. I guess I'm just taking this Plating. I think Plating is the most concerning if they remove my Stony, and if they don't, I think they're just dead. So I think I'm just taking this Plating. There's an argument for like trying to take one of the pieces that they're going to play in turn one just to like stifle them the most. Yeah, exactly, Patrick. Plating is the card that will likely kill me the hardest if something happens to my Stony Silence. True Memnite, sure. Ornithopter, Springleaf Drum, Pest. Their hand is Spire, Steel Overseer. We can just Engineer on Construct, clear the Memnite and the Steel Overseer afterwards. Just die to Signal Pest and Ornithopter, but I think killing two things is probably the best. I think Construct is probably the better name. One day we'll put something in exile, maybe. They drew a Vol Scourge. Oh man, maybe we have to name. Ooh, we're actually gonna title the Steel Overseer so I can Strangler stuff. While that line is still available to me. We're gonna grab black mana. Sucks a little bit. We're gonna take a little bit more knocks. Please stop. Get off me, you goblin. So then we can just strangle like the Signal Pest or something. Uh-oh, Ink Moth. What is this? It's a Blink Moth creature? God. I don't know dick about these fucking creature types in Affinity. It's surprisingly diverse. I think we're gonna eat this Signal Pest. Just represents the most damage by far. Like a share name artifact, please. So we're taking 1 flying a turn. We might just need to name Imp so they stop gaining life. Although Ink Moth is also like a 10-turn clock. Don't know how much either of those things matter. Alright, Chad. Do I name Imp or Blink Moth? Or just cast the Stoneforge Mystic? It's cast the Stoneforge Mystic, I think. Opponent Astrolabe would have been dumb this game aside from the whole Stony thing, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just playing Stoneforge Mystic here. We just want to get a Batterskull and Blade, gain 1,000,000 life, kill them. And then we can, like, name Blink Moth later to make not die to Infect. Alright, they're dead. Cool. We did it! Look at us. It only took Stony Silence and killing their thing and Thoughtseize in them. I guess the Thoughtseize didn't actually matter, but Stony Silence, killing their thing, and then playing Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah, this past year has been like probably the most influential year on Magic since like Innistrad Return to Ravnica, which was 2 years, right? But it was like some like close to back-to-back sets, right? Back-to-back blocks. What year is opponent playing in? Good question. I think Innistrad probably worked the format the most, right? Because like there's so many cards that warped for like Delver, Terminus, Craterhoof Behemoth, Grizzlebrand, Snapcaster Mage, Liliana the Veil, Thalia. Probably a bunch of other cards. Geist of Saint Traft, which was like a pretty big deal until Trinium got printed. What am I doing here? Nothing. Faithless Looting. Was Faithless Looting like really a card though until like Black-Red Reanimator popped up? Yeah, Grafdigger's Cage, the sideboard cards. Return to Ravnica had stuff like Deathrite, Abrupt Decay. Oh yeah, it had Cavernous Souls too. Oh, Faithless Looting. Faithless Looting didn't warp Modern for a while either though, right? That one took a while. Only like the past 2 or so years. Don't know where the cat went. Yeah, Black-Red got discovered. What was it? Like GP Richmond? No, not Richmond. New Jersey? Yeah, I forget. It was like 2 or 3 years ago, right? This hand sucks. This hand is way better. We'll ship a Caves because we're just going to go... Actually, maybe we ship this Godless Shrine. Because most of our things are a single color pip, and like we're going to probably have to like hold up Fatal Push on turn 1. Ship the Godless Shrine. So when are you seeing Joker? I don't know if I'm going to see Joker. Not high on my list of things. Unfortunately, we don't have like a discard spell to go with the Stony, so if they have an answer for it, it could get ugly. Yeah, Drum's fine. Don't think I want to burn a push on. Whoa! 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 Alright, I'm into it. That's actually like pretty sweet. Alright, Alright, well I can't kill that with either of my removal spells currently. Which is really funny. Oh nice, they milled a Wear Tear. It's good for me at least. They can cast they can cast infinite Signal Pests. Yeah, this is... Or cast the Signal Pest per turn until I clear this Emery. Yeah, finally has an affinity card again, except it doesn't have affinity on it. Plague Engineer. Well, that's a card. Really want to activate our Fatal Push or our Strangler so we can kill this Emery. But I'll settle for Stony Silence like my opponent here. And cast like their other Signal Pest and stuff. Get a bunch of Signal... We could also like Engineer on Pest. Clear both the Signal Pests and stuff. Ooh, Edge Champion. That's not that scary. We have Strangler eventually, hopefully. Oh, I guess we just have Strangler to block it if nothing else. Ooh, Stoneforge. So we're at 18. I think we just want to do the Stoneforge landing, and they have 2 cards in hand. Just getting a big lifelinker in play seems really relevant. We have Fatal Push to put in front of the... Or not, we have Strangler to put in front of that champion at some point anyway. Ooh, Galv Blast turns on my Fatal Push. That's nice. So that resolves. This thing just taps. Yeah, so... I can't do anything about it anyway. So there's no point in Fatal Pushing it right now. I want them to attack with it first. I need to just run out this Strangler to put in front of this Edge Champion. I have 1 card in hand, we're at 12. We're gonna get Batterskull into play. I'd love to eat something with a Strangler, but the odds are getting lower and lower, right? Because the only things we have to exile are Path, Tide Hollow, and Thought Knot, and they only have 1 card in hand. So it's going to be harder to get them to exile stuff at this point. Yeah, I also don't hate Plague Engineer just killing the Signal Pest. It's like not nothing, but we're still on a... I guess we're not on a clock, because this Batterskull's going to just wreck their shit. Kind of like just playing Strangler, though. I don't think the Strangler's getting that much better. It's more mana efficient to play the Plague Engineer. Target. Beats a blast, I guess. I think I have a second blast. Second Edge Champion. Now we'll just play Batterskull. Forces them to, like, basically they just can't attack with their champion anymore, and we can use Engineer and Fatal Push to clean up their other stuff. Alright, looks like this Engineer's going on Blink Moth. Yeah, attacking with that seems ambitious. Alright, we drew a Squire. Nice. Attack with Conviction. Blink Moth. These are both blink moths? Yes. Cool. I guess I'll cast my Squire. I like the attack with conviction line. Yeah, because they just left it back for a very explicit reason. I'm not attacking. There's a world where we get punished, right? I don't think there's a lot of cards that we get punished by, but I'd rather not just walk into something, right? Come on, animate your lands. What could go wrong? Hey, thought not. It's not bad. It's a colorless thing. What's this attack? Yoink. Food for future stranglers now. Don't know why they played one Overseer and just didn't play the other one. Alright, cool, they're dead. Just kill the Overseer or not. Why would I kill the Overseer? It doesn't do anything. It's a 1/1 for 2. There's this Stony Silence in play. Stony Silence didn't actually do a lot that game. I guess I don't know how long they had that Overseer in their hand, though. Yeah, everything else they played did, like, ignore the Stony pretty well. They had a bunch of lands, they didn't need their Springleaf Drum or whatever. Oh no, there's a little bug in here. I see it. Fuck off. Fuck off, bug. Yeah, pre-Innistrad it was like Merfolk, Zoo, Stoneblade, like No Rug was a deck. Canadian Threshold back when you played like Werebear and shit. Probably like some sort of Omniscience deck, right? Dream Hall, some like Show and Tell Dream Hall's Omniscience nonsense. The right to bear arms, exactly. This one's a little loose, but it's good enough to keep, I think. Especially on the draw. What's up, Elaine? ASL. Giver of Runes. I guess I don't need to path this on turn 1. That's nice. We have 2 paths, though. I might want to path it, so we'll play Plains here. Like if they cast a Thalia or something. If they're that sort of deck. And 60 Canadian, just like $5. Alright, it looks like they are on taxes of some sort. Leonin Arbiter. Oh, nice. Now we can just path this Giver of Runes. Deal. Ding. I love pathing stuff when they have an Arbiter. Yeah, it feels a lot better from this side of the table. Ooh, now we can cast Thoughtseize and Path to Exile this Arbiter. Kind of need to Path to Exile this Arbiter because I don't really want to get. I'm not really feeling getting Stone Rained, and we can't cast a Stoneforge Mystic, obviously. Am I Shock Thoughtseizing or Caves Thoughtseizing? Probably Shock Thoughtseizing. We can hold the bath until they Ghost Quarter, right? Yeah, but they might not fire off the Ghost Quarter, and then we have to play the awkward game of like we're holding up the path, and then they want to Ghost Quarter me. Let's just see what's going on in their hand first. Oh, green-white. Cool, cool. Another Ghost Quarter and an Aven Mindset's alright. Yeah, we're probably firing off this path. Like right now. I don't care about this Thalia, and this Noble Hierarch. I probably isn't uncastable because I'm going to path them into a forest, probably, but I guess this Aven Mindset is the most obnoxious with my double Stoneforge hand, so let's take that. So I basically have, I have to really path right now and let them cast like Noble plus Thalia, but I don't care because I have Stranglers and Stoneforge Mystics and stuff. Yeah, because if I just don't path it right now, they can play a second Ghost Quarter, and then we have to like do that awkward dance. I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, so they can cast their Thalia Noble Hierarch here, but we can strangle something or just cast a Stoneforge Mystic and put them in the ground, because their hand doesn't do anything. Ghost Quarter, Thalia Noble. What's up, G Lavamancer? Alright, so we'll keep the Eldrazi Temple for now. I think I'm happy just playing Stoneforge and going and getting Batterskull. And the following turn, assuming nothing happens, we can use the Temple to Strangler plus put in the Batterskull. And we can use this other Stoneforge to go get like Light and Shadow. If they draw like another Leonin Arbiter, we're pretty fucked though. That's the life I have chosen to live. Like another Even Mind Sensor. Don't do it. Okay, cool. Just a Knight. We can just strangle that. Actually, no, we can't, right? Because they could technically Ghost Quarter themselves. Put 2 Knights in the graveyard. Make it a 4/4. It's a little bit obnoxious. Probably just going to end up strangling this Giver anyway. We have other tools to beat a Knight of the Reliquary. Yeah, it looks like we're just going to Batterskull plus strangle this Giver, because I don't want to deal with protection nonsense. I haven't played against Blue-White Stoneblade with this deck. I think I have a couple times. At least once that I remember. Because I remember my opponent attacking with their Snapcaster Mage with like a pro-white sword into my Eldrazi Displacer because they thought that would work. Let's eat this Giver of Runes. You can have this other Giver of Runes back. And then we'll pass the turn. Don't love them untapping with this Knight, but we'll work to deal with that later. Probably just involves playing the other Stoneforge. It's a lot of Ghost Quarters you got there, opponent. Please never draw a Leonin Arbiter or Mind Sensor. Next turn looks like we're going to play Stoneforge and use the other one to put in the sort of Light and Shadow. And then pro-white's how it can be how we win this game. We... Alright, you have no cards in hand. Oh, they're Ghost Quartering my Temple, sure. Yeah. I don't want to get my way. I don't want to expose all of my colorless mana or anything. Problem is if they Ghost Quarter my caves, then we kind of have to get the waste, and then Ghost Quarter the wastes, but I guess that's fine. Get Light and Shadow, and then pass the turn. Start punching them next turn. Yeah, we can't attack into a knight. Why are we floating so much mana? What are you getting here? Oh, Gavany? Gavany's a little bit rough. Not the worst thing, though. My opponent has come prepared to throw down in the arena. Oh, man. My opponent is ready. I love it. Oh. Alright. I will float a white mana. Now we'll just get Swamp, yeah. Oh wait, no, I kind of want to put my sword here. They're gonna do something with their arena, but I don't really care. Or just want to put my Light and Shadow in, like F6. What does arena even do? You pay 3 mana to fight things. Your creature fights their creature. Oh, it actually taps them both, too. Weird. I didn't know that. Wait, I choose? Tap target creature you control and target creature of an Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Huh. Did not know I get to choose. Wow, that card is a lot worse than I thought it was. Alright, goodbye Stoneforge, I guess. I wasn't terrified. I was greatly amused. Did not know that I let your opponent choose, though. Goodbye, Stoneforge Mystic. That was extremely funny. Yeah, now they're just gonna beat them the fuck up. It's like Abyss until I equip Sword of Light and Shadow or something, right? So it's like one more Abyss. And it takes their whole turn to activate it. You can tap an already tapped creature because they tap their knight and use their knight to fight. So you can tap an already tapped. It doesn't say tap an untapped creature you control. Yeah, Gavany would have been good, but I guess they wanted to throw down in the arena. Alright, well, I'll equip the Sword of Light and Shadow to my Batter Skull? I guess. Alright, cool, it worked. Punch him? Opponent really wanted to throw down in the arena. Arena not very good against Sword of Fire and Ice, though. Oh, maybe I should have killed my Wasteland Strangler just so I could get it back here. Opponent really misses Mace of it. Whatever, we're just gonna just suit up this germ with everything. Don't activate your arena. Okay, yeah, there's knighting, sure. I do not recommend activating your arena, opponent. They're just beefing up their knight. Just in case they find an answer to this sword or something. Draw like a Knight of Autumn, maybe. Oh, yeah, opponent has the moral victory. Yeah, they can do whatever the fuck they want. It's over. My opponent has the high ground. Ooh, Temple. Temple means we can blink stuff. Although they can Ghost Quarter my Temple. I guess that doesn't really matter. Wait, no, we're just gonna put this sword and murder them, right? Are they? They're not dead, but they're mostly dead. And we get to kill their blocker, right? Unless they have a secret Triad Harbor here. Yeah, Arena does not tap for mana, notably. Important distinction. Crunch. Shoot your only blocker for next turn. I don't even really want to play my Temple. Get it Ghost Quartered. Rather leave up the ability to like play and blink with Displacer next turn if we need to. This Modern is uninteractive, as some people have claimed. I think it's gotten better. It's definitely gotten a lot better in recently, but I think a lot of the top decks have are still kind of in that vein of not very interactive, like Urza, Tron, Titan Shift. Alright. Opponent's got some big knights, but they cannot currently beat my Germ Token. Even if they have like a 1 green blocker, we can play Displacer and blink the Strangler. Man, that Arena was just not a good choice for my opponent. It just didn't work out for him. It killed my Stoneforge and then didn't do anything. It was extremely funny, though. Oh yeah, I guess we could also just blink the green creature with Displacer, but then we don't get to kill it. Then we don't get to strangle it. Alright. This feels like a Kaya matchup. It like shrinks knights, and it can eat like Giver of Runes and like Aether Vial if that's what my opponent's doing. Which I have to imagine your Leonin Arbiter deck has Aether Vials. Engineer on here. Yeah, Engineer seems is it? It doesn't clear anything, right? It doesn't kill Giver. It doesn't kill. It kills their bird. You put it on like Wizard. It kills like Thalia, but I don't think I really care about Thalia. If they have like Flicker Wisp, I'm in, but like I don't know how much other stuff is in their deck. Oh, I guess they have like Noble Hierarchy. Yeah, that's probably good enough. Yeah, Noble is a card I hadn't considered. What are we cutting here? And do we want to board anything else? We could board in, like, Lingering Souls, possibly. Yeah, Engineer's also just good at, like, brick walling a night for at least a little bit. Engineer's good against the Arena. It blanks their yeah, exactly. I don't think I want this disenchant unless we see something. But he thought it fights a creature. I thought, like, I've seen Arena multiple times, but I thought it was a fight. I thought it was just pay 3 mana, tap it, prey upon. But nope, it is extremely bad. Do we count like our discard spells? Discard feels like a little bit mopey, but also I feel like the only way we're losing these games is if we get like cheesed with like Leonin Arbiter and a bunch of like Ghost Quarters. But like I want all these rest of these cards. I think we want Scholars mainly because Strangler is really powerful, and we want an efficient amount of Strangler food. Maybe we can just cut 3 Thoughtseizes and call it a day. Possibility we board in the 2 Lingering Souls instead of like Inquisitions too. Because we would probably shave the Smashers actually. Yeah, I just realized that. Probably could just cut the Smashers for souls at least. I think I'm keeping this hand. Hand definitely is a little bit soft to getting Stone Rained, but a lot of your hands are going to be. And we have like Scholar and a Strangler if we get a land drop. Smasher would be much better as Lingering Souls in this hand for sure. Why this over the traditional black white with Arbiter, Flicker Wisp, and Vial? This is the result of me tweaking the those lists, like the original Black-White Taxes list, and I was just like, this ends up just looking a lot better as a mid-range deck. The Knight fetch land deck is playing Arbiter. Don't question it. They're playing Arena. I think I want to fetch basic Swamp here to not get Arbitered and just push this Hierarch. Could also just not push the Hierarch. The 10k happening this week? Yeah, there's a 10k this weekend. Are we supposed to bolt the bird? When they have basic Forest, I'm kind of into bolting the bird here. And we also have a Strangler. Ding. I'm into bolting the bird when our next turns are spoken for Tide Hollowing and hopefully Strangling. Yeah, it's in St. Louis. It's the same guy that runs all the events. Oh, nice. My opponent just like doesn't have the mana. We might give them the mana. They might be able to field around my Concealed Courtyard, but that's fine. Take a look at what they got going on. It's a lot of things that blow up my lands, or a lot of things that are good with things that blow up my lands, and also no mana. Did I play in the recent Legacy GP? I did not. How salty with the Magic players in the area be for a 2-time format champion? Ask them. You can ask them already, because I'm a 3-time champion. I've won 3 of the 4 Legacy events that they've held. Do we just like take these Arbiters? If they draw a white source and play an Arbiter, then we just eat the other one. Although, then they could like... These Mindsets are probably like more obnoxious than Arbiters already, right? Collected Company is like a little bit scary, but it's also definitely farther away. 3 of the 10Ks. No, you don't win $10,000. The 10K is like distributed amongst like top 32 or top 16 or something. And very commonly, the players in the top 8 or top 4 will split prizes. Kind of just want to take this Collected Company and just not give a fuck about these Mind Sensors and shit stone raining me. If there was like one Mind Sensor, I think I would take that. Because the trouble is if they draw a white source, they're just going to hold up Mind Sensor and I can't strangle it, and then they're going to like untap and stone rain me. Yeah. EV of drawing 6 out of St. Louis Legacy's high. Yeah, people are honestly like kind of soft here, not gonna lie. Come on, just cast Leonin Arbiter for no reason. Can't even like Stoneforge because we're gonna get Mind Censored. Oh, thank. Nice. They're just gonna sorcery speed that. No, we didn't draw the land. Fuck. Kind of needed to draw that land. We can't Stoneforge in this Mind Sensor. We can't push it unless we like attack our Scholar into it. This is not good. If they untap and Field Ruin me, at least we can lose. No, then we get Stone Rained and like we can fail push the Mind Sensor, but like we're down to 1 land. Maybe we do have to attack into this. Still Stone. I mean, yes, we can still Stoneforge. It's just not a good play. With 2 equipment in our deck, and we need to look at the top 4 cards of our library. Just do it. It's not even that good. If we hit, we're still getting Stone Rain for this Field Ruin, unless the Field Ruin misses. We have like 3 or 4 basic left in the deck. Better than all the other plays. I think leaving up Fatal Push is better, honestly, than casting a Squire. People are just weak players. I don't think they're like super weak players, but I've definitely gotten a little bit lucky. I could attack into the Mind Sensor, just give them back the Coco, and just be put in the same predicament next turn. But no, then we're losing our Exile card. We need to play this Strangler. You have Equip in hand. You realistically can't stop the Stone Rain. Just push while the field is resolving, if only. We could like put in the sort of like, I don't like it. I don't like just playing a Square here. I think we got the Fatal Pushes more in the vein of being a relevant decision. Alright, cool. Now we get to at least clear the Mind Sensor. They can Stone Rain me after, but now we have 2 lands at least. They can play another Mind Sensor, yada yada. But we get to kill their shit. Sucks if they drew like a path here. Gonna Field Ruin me? Yeah, sure. Oh, miss. Unlucky. Kaya, not looking at her best here. We can just attack into this Mind Sensor. Yeah, not blocking. Now we might have to cast the Stoneforge. Probably not. Maybe. We can... it gets us our Sword Online now, and the only thing we're pushing next turn is like a Leon and Arbiter, right? We're not concerned with getting Stone Rained anymore because their Field Ruins are already down. If they draw Ghost Gorge and shit, we're already like super fucked. I think I'm happy playing Squire now. Wow, missed. Unlucky. Bird Arbiter. Yup. Am I supposed to attack into this Arbiter? Ooh, we could actually Tidehall instead of Sword of Light and Shadow. Sword of Light and Shadow seems like pretty relevant, though. If they had like a better card to play, I guess they could have like a Collected Company, a second Collected Company. That'd be pretty bad for me. Yeah, let's take a look again. Yeah, like that Collected Company. Gimme. I guess I'm okay just attacking into this. Mind Sensor Arbiter. Wow, opponent is going hard on countering Surge effects. I wonder if it's correct to just like board out all my Stoneforge Mystics. I can cast other spells here. Arbiter, Mind Sensor. Ooh, a Path. We can Path after they Mind Sensor to kill a Mind Sensor. But that's... you can also cast Push here, actually. We could just push the Arbiter, attack with Tide Hollows, put them to 4, and then Path... Oh no, we can't push the Arbiter. And then Path the Mind Sensor. I think it's search. I don't really care if they search, though, right? They have a million lands. We just attack and see if they flash in the Mind Sensor first, but they probably don't, right? I think we're just pushing this, attacking with everything, pathing the Mind Sensor, just putting them to like 3, just trying to straight up lethal them. Giver. Ooh, we can Kaya the Giver now if we want. Kaya the Giver, attack them for 3. have to trade the Mind Sensor off, and then we can like try to kill them next turn. Man, this Reality Smasher would have been way better as Lingering Souls. Get out of here, Giver. So if I attack with all three, they just kill that, chump block there, go, and then draw get Collector Company. So yeah, we only attack with Tide Hollow and Stoneforge. Yeah, now we have lethal here next turn, assuming nothing happens. If something does happen, we still have like this sort of Light and Shadow going for us. If we draw a land, we just have lethal through like white blockers, because we can Kaya the bird. Alright, yeah, they're just dead. We just Kaya the bird, equip Sword Light and Shadow Scholar. We did it! 2 2/2s, a 2/1, a 1/2, a 1, and a 1/2 duking it out. Peak modern. Peak modern indeed. That was a match. Couldn't even follow chat because there was like a bunch of things going on in that game, and I was only paying attention to like half of them. But then chat was also going a bunch. Opponent had a lot of Leonin Arbiters and even Mind Sensors, and turns out when you don't play against a deck that like that's super good against, those cards kind of suck. Opponent letting us untap that one turn, I think, was like a kind of big punt. Like, well, if they were planning, I guess they were just deciding whether or not they wanted to flash in the other Mind Sensor, but like, why not just like take the probable Stone Rain that turn? This game sucks. Have I kept like a 7 in a game 1 yet? Jeez. Alright, going to 5, I guess. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't be questioning that heavily. The Leonin Arbiter, Fetch Land, Knight of the Reliquary, Arena deck. Opponent mulled to 6 as well. Yeah, this hand sucks. Alright, this hand's playable. We're shipping this. I kind of want to ship this Stone, so we're definitely shipping this Displacer. I think I want to curve Tide Hollow into Thought Knot, but maybe that's just like not as good on the draw. We could curve like Stoneforge and Thought Knot too. I think this Displacer's garbage, comparatively. We definitely want to play turn 3 Thought Knots here. Ship a land, get super greedy, but that makes us like very unlikely to play Tide Hollow on 2 anyway. All they had to do was cut the Arbiter and I would have given them some respect. Yeah, like, Mindset doesn't clash with like your fetch lands and your knights and stuff. I don't know. They wanted to live the dream of turn 1 Noble, turn 2 Arbiter, Ghost Quarter you. I think I have a very specific game plan in mind. Uh-oh, humans. I've made a horrible tactical error in my choice of mulliganing. Hey, a Path to Exile, that's pretty good. Do we shock here? Am I pathing this champion of the parish? Probably, because the rest of my turn is really spoken for. The rest of my turns here. We're curving out pretty heavily. Path in response to basically anything here. And that can resolve, I guess. hope is that they have enough hands by my turn, enough cards in their hand by my turn 3. They probably will, though. They're drawing up to 4 cards, and they only have like 1 turn to cast them all. I guess we're thought seeing them down to 3. Again. I guess I'd take this Phantasmal No, I take the Phantasmal Image, so they Reflector Mage, my Scholar, and then we Thought Knot the Phantasmal Image again. If I take the Mage, then they can Phantasmal Image my Scholar and take my Thought Knot, and then I'm like, I'm actually doing nothing. So I just want them to Reflector Mage my 2/2 here. So I can play my 4/4 and take their Phantasmal Image again. Yep. Alright, we take 2, we get to Thought Knot them. Feeling pretty good. We're obviously in a bit of a bind here, because they have a lot of good draws. I don't want to get the body in play more than I want to, like... I'd have to take 2 damage to Inquisition and Tide Hollow here. Not even a guarantee that they have another card to take, but they do. I'd have to take 2 extra damage just to do that. But I kind of want to give the 4/4 in play, because we take a lot more than 2, right? We'd take, like, 6 damage total, because we'd have a 2/2 in play that we can't really block with. Instead of a 4/4 that we can put in front of all this stuff. They're gonna freebooter me? Ooh, alright. Check if I have anything better to Meddling Mage, but I don't. Sucks that another champ is a 4/4. I probably have to trade with it, because it's only going to get bigger. But then that draws on another card. Our hand does nothing, because they're probably like Meddling Mage my Tide Hollow. Couldn't play the Reflector anymore. Oh yeah, that's true. Couldn't play the 2/2. That's accurate. I do think it was like straight up not the card to play, but that's true. It was also literally not legal. I wonder if they name like just a removal spell or something, because they just don't care about my 2/2. They just don't care about a Grizzly Barrier. No, they do. Sure. Probably priced into blocking this Champion of the Parish. Yeah. It's only gonna get better with every card they draw. I guess we'll cycle Clearing here. We could draw Strangler or Displacer versus a title that we can't cast, so yeah, we cycle using the Caves. No. Now their hand will be empty by the time I can play this Thought Knot, but at least I can play a 4/4 and get in the way of stuff. We should like not get lieutenanted. Or like more Reflectors or Phantasmal Images. There are a lot of cards that kill me. Alright, that's not one of them. By the time this thing's big enough to like kill me, I'm probably already super dead. deal. Good hit. Solid hit. Deputy of Detention lying there in wait. They're just gonna hit me with a Kite Sail. Am I supposed to fetch? For like, I guess we could draw like Batter Skulls. I'm probably supposed to fetch. Doesn't change the clock a whole lot, does it? They could attack me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Block, take 5. So we would die a turn. Yeah, we're not supposed to fetch. Draw a Batter Skull, we just fetch a basic. Deck Fitting's probably not worth the 1 damage right now. Ooh, that is an excellent draw. The question is, am I supposed to strangle this Champion of the Parish or strangle the Meddling Mage so I can get a 2/2 in play? So we have enough. We'd have to take 2 damage to play our Tide Hollow. I'm not really into that. I think we're just going to. Could even just activate Field so I stop taking as much damage off my mana here. Maybe just Field of Ruin, like their Ancient Ziggurat or whatever. Get a Swamp and then cast Strangler on the champion. Can't attack here. Still dying 4 turns to this Kite Sail. We have a lot of draws that can kill a Kite Sail freebooter, though. That is certainly not one of them. Maybe I'm supposed to fetch now, since they don't really have, like, oh fuck, yeah, we're dead. We're not dead, I don't think, but that's pretty much dead. Because they get to draw a card, and they get to shove with, like, everything this turn. And we can't recast our 4/4. We're going to 2. If we draw another Strangler, we might be able to stay alive. Oh wow. Because they're just setting up to try Alpha me next turn. Not gonna do it. We block. They have 4, yeah. Drew a bit too many lands there for my liking. Some decent sideboard options here, though. Kaya especially is like really nice here because you exile Vials, you can exile big Champion of the Parish and stuff, and obviously Engineer is great. Souls is like medium plus, it's probably good enough, but might end up just doing the same thing we did against the green-white Taxes deck, right? Except like do the swap I was supposed to do if we went to a game 3, which is cut the Smashers for the Souls. I don't like this hand, but it's only a capable 6. Put the Marsh Flask to the bottom. Silent Clearing can cycle away if we flood out, which we're keeping a 4-lander. Already have good mana. Because the question is if I'm supposed to lead with Stoneforge or Scholar here. It depends on what my opponent does. If they play Noble Hierarch, probably worse for me to get Stoneforge going. They play Vile, though. They play Champion. I guess Freebooter is a card that should be kind of on my radar, right? Okay, so Freebooter, they could just like, is just a really good way to deal with the Stoneforge Mystic, so I think we're supposed to lead with Tide Hollow. Wow, there's a lot of cards that I really don't want to deal with. Jesus, opponent. I don't want to deal with any of this shit. I kind of want to take this... So my theory is that they're going to play this Kaisel Freebooter next turn, right? Which means I kind of want to take the Phantasmal Image, because then they could Phantasmal Image... my turn, I'm going to play my Stoneforge Mystics, then they could Phantasmal Image their Kite Sail and take my equipment, right? If they hit all land, though, they can obviously just, like, Deputy or Reflector Mage and just, like, face roll me anyway. My only hope is that they, like, stumble for a little bit. 40 chess going. They have so many interactive cards that I have to deal with. Deputy, Reflector Mage, Meddling Mage, Kite Sail, Freebooter, Phantasmal Image. It's, like, it's so hard to Thoughtseize that hand. Wow, they're just gonna blind Meddling Mage me? Not just gonna Freebooter there? They just play Engineer. It's reasonable, I suppose. I'm supposed to block this. Interesting. I don't know if I would have blocked that. Not a card I wanted to draw. Field Run doesn't do anything reasonable. Notably, both of their things are on humans, so this Deputy is actually pretty far away. Unfortunately, if we cast Stoneforge, we're just going to get Kite Sailed. Yeah, just blind naming Plague Edge here is really weird. Maybe we're just going to cycle clearing this turn. Yeah, if I just like had Strangler this turn and just play Strangler, kill their champion, get rid of their Phantasmal Image forever, which like I think they want to try to get back because they have like Reflector Mage and stuff. I don't know. It feels like a really weird name. But I think we're just cycling clearing as much as I don't really want to. Like, playing the Stoneforge is not good into this Kaisel Freebooter. Well, it's not horrible. Well, now if we get Kaisel, I'm gonna be sad. But I think trying to draw into Path or Push or Inquisition there is fine to cycle at Sorcery Speed. Oh, they drew a land. Maybe they'll just Reflector Mage my Tide Hollow. Then at the very least, our Kaya can be like kill champion, gain 2 life or something. Just like probably good enough here. Hello, kitty. You're back. Oh. Ooh, my favorite thing to draw. We'll play Vista, just in case we can double Scholar the following turn. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Kaya this champ. The Goblin has indeed arrived. Three mana, kill your champion, gain 2 life. OP. Also notably put something in exile for a Strangler down the road. All of these squads are probably pretty decent at that. They like Phantasmal Image their Meddling Mage and put it on like Tide Hollow. That'd be pretty ambitious. Alright, nice. We finally got the freebooter out of the way. I think you're the only person still running Kaya. I just added it, actually. There's one on the sideboard. I think it's like a pretty reasonable sideboard option. Problem is that like no one's playing like black-white decks that want to play Kaya, right? It's not like that no one's playing Kaya. It's like, no one's just playing these colors. With the declining graveyard decks, I think I really like my graveyard deck being able to do other things. Alright. Looks like we're just going to double Tide Hollow this turn. There's a chance we could Tide Hollow plus Stoneforge. They're getting close to their deputy. They need a blue source. So basically just any land. So I guess we'll just lead on Sculler first. See how this breaks. Wow, this hand is all terrifying cards that I can't beat, huh? I guess I'm taking... Fuck. So if I take Deputy and Lieutenant, they can image the Reflector Mage and bounce one of my Scholars. So I have to take Lieutenant and image, but then if they draw any source of mana, they Deputy both my Scholars, and then I lose. If I take Deputy and Image, then, like, I'm just gonna get punched in the face for 9,000 with this Lieutenant. Do you mind? Man, none of these options are good. I hate all of these. I hate all of these options here. I'm not a fan of my choices. I don't like rolling the dice on, like, them casting Deputy, but that might just be my best line, is hope that they can't cast their Deputy. They only have, like, what, 19 lands or something? So they have, like, 16-ish hits to cast Deputy and ruin my whole life. I don't think we can beat, like, just them playing this Thalia's Lieutenant, honestly. They get a 3-3 and a 3-4 and a 2-3. We take 3-6, 7-8, go 4, yeah. Yeah, they can't cast it right now. That's why I'm saying, like, the plan might just be hope we find an answer to this Deputy before they can cast it. Playing with fire, certainly, but we gotta get a little lucky to win at this stage. The other problem is that they have this Kite Sail, which means that we can't Stoneforge for, like, Batterskull. We'll have to Stoneforge for, like, a sword and play it. I feel like not alphaing here is really loose. I feel like they would love to trade off this Reflector Mage like anything, right? Really don't want me to guess Plague Engineer, I guess. Oh, nice. We just can draw Batterskull. That's pretty decent. We need to fade. We need to draw, like, Inquisition or Tide Hollow or fucking something before they draw it. Nope, alright, we're dead. Now they just... Deputy. I guess we could draw an answer to the Deputy and get our Tide Hollows back and Thoughtseize them more. Because it takes them 3 mana to clean up all my Tide Hollows. So we could draw, like, a Fatal Push or a Path to Exile or something. So we have one turn to draw something relevant before we get completely roasted. Come on, deck. Hey! Alright, we're still in business. We are still in business. Strangle this Deputy. Yeah, we're gonna take the same cards. So I'm not casting the Stoneforge because then they could just get to kite sail my equipment. Very fragile house of cards here, though. If they can deal with my Scholars, they get a lot of stuff. We have 1, 2. So if we draw a land, we can just equip the Batterskull with something. Probably just Light and Shadow to kill them. Fire and Ice is also pretty good though, but they could at least chump block it with like the Freebooter. Light and Shadow gets to like almost every card in their deck. It also breaks it from like future Reflector Mages, which is kind of important at this stage. Doesn't get us back anything, but we can like attack with our Strangler as well. Oh god, what do they have? Is this another wizard thing? Oh, Reflector Mage, alright. That's still bad for me, but not as bad. They get to choose which of their things they want back. Okay. Are they going to... I mean, sure, I can't do anything about this. What are they going to do here? Phantasmal Image their Reflector Mage, and then bounce my other Scholar on their Lieutenant? I feel like that's worse than just getting a Lieutenant into play. Sure. Try another Stoneforge. Alright, so we can just attack with the Germ. Notably, they don't have any of my cards in exile, otherwise they might be able to, like, copy my Strangler or something. But their Kite Sails aren't taking any of my stuff. They can just, like, Reflector Mage this Germ or something. If that's what they're into. I feel like that doesn't really get them very far. Alright, sure. So all they have is Kite Sail in hand, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. I think I'm just gonna suit up this Wasteland Strangler, honestly, rather than play anything. Like, we could play Stoneforge and play an equipment, but just making a big Strangler makes their attacks a lot worse. We're still in this game. Holding on by the skin of our teeth. At this point, oh god, what'd they draw? Lieutenant? Lieutenant's beatable, because we gained so much life. It's just like a snap-off Violon 2 activation, which has me very concerned. Okay, they're just freebooting me, sure. Feels weird. They must have a plan if they're not doing that in my draw step, right? Like, cast a Lieutenant or something? Then they would do that trick, right? You make the Lieutenant bigger, where you cast the Lieutenant, and then with the trigger on the deck you Violon the freebooter, but whatever. So we really want to draw a land, so we can just equip Sword of Light and Shadow to my Wasteland Strangler and murder them. Just a 2-turn clock and they can't block it. It has vigilance. Land? Land, nice. I dig it. Go, my strangly boy. Win me this game. I should take a screenshot of this, just in case my opponent concedes next turn. If we win this game, we can post this screenshot. I need to take it for all time's sake, though. Oh, all time's here. He's good. Okay. Just wanted to make sure all the time was here, but I took the screenshot just in case. Who would win? An army of humans or one large strangly boy? Opponent's gonna like top deck some nonsense and murder me anyway. Oh, wait. Not murdered yet. Still not murdered. The Strangler being pro-white severely cuts off the amount of outs they have, too. Alright, I'm pretty sure that Lieutenant is not lethal, because if they attack with everything, we just get to gain another 9 life. Pretty sure they are just dead. You cannot block my Wasteland Strangler. Four, 8, 10, 4, 8, 11, 15, 19, 25. Yeah, they're just dead. I'll just block this. You know, no, I'm not blocking this. 4, 8, 11. Plus 10, yeah. Yeah, it turns out humans has a lot of white creatures in it. Got him. Got him. Now we can post this this picture. Oh, that was a hard game to win. What are we doing now? I mean, we're probably just running it back, right? Don't think we're really boarding in like Thoughtseize. Although, it might be better than something to have like a ton of disruption. They have so many things that are super obnoxious for us to deal with. The problem is that you really want Scholar to help activate your Wasteland Stranglers, but like Scholar is such a like fragile thing, especially with them having like so many Reflector Mages and stuff, Reflector Mages and Deputies. But like, resubmit, you coward. Yeah, I'm probably just resubmit. Trying to figure out how to board in Thoughtseize is way too much work. What round are we in? Like 3, 4? Can I stop having 7s with just 0 lands in them? How many times has this happened? Alright, well, we tried. We tried our hardest, but the deck just, like, exhausted all resources winning that game too, I guess. Boarding in Stone Rain against the Aether Vial deck that curves out at 3 seems like kind of loose. I mean, we'll keep Path Stoneforge. Am I fetching planes here? Do I want Godless Shrine? I think I just want planes. We have so much white things, but like we could ship the Swamp actually to try like double spell at some point. Deals us the most damage though. I might actually do that. Mana's a little bit tight here. I might need to like cast Stoneforge and Path to Exile at some point or something like that. Ooh. Strangler's definitely a good card here. Yeah, we're probably casting Path to Exile this turn, so we'll lead with Vista. Land Dark-Red Engineer on human. Phantasmal Image. That seems like a good opportunity to cast a Path to Exile. Ding. Nice Phantasmal Image you got there. Haha! Guess that's how you went on a Moldify. All according to plan. Found the line. All according to plan. Stats Geek, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Easy game, easy life. Don't worry about it. It's finally like one of the only reasonable 7s. This hand also just sucks though. Keep you have lands. Like that was honestly like kind of my consideration. If we had like one Eldrazi Temple, if this was like a 4-drop, then maybe, but like this is like just a stone cold 5-drop. We have turn 2 Stoneforge, turn 3 activate it. Oh, I hate this hand. I really do. I think we could get a better 6. You'll curve out, don't worry. I don't trust you, chat. I don't think you have my best interests in mind. I'm mulling this hand. Alright, this is probably this is maybe a better hand. I'm not actually sure. Ship caves. We don't need all these caves. Alright. Oh, we're finally playing it. Our final boss is Wurza, finally, huh? Because it technically could be. Oh dear. Well, this is scary. That's quite the... Oh, they milled 4 lands at least. I suppose I am supposed to Tide Hollow Scholar them. Have you played Wars with this deck yet? I played against it once. This might be like the Emery like combo deck too, or it might be a mixture. Oh, it's Nexus means that it's the Paradox Outcome deck, right? They get to draw 3 extra cards, so taking this Astrolabe seems really ambitious. What's the waste for in this deck? It's a fetchable colorless source for your Thought-Knot Seers. And if they like Ghost Quarter or Field of Ruin or Path to Exile you. Yeah, it's gotta be this Urza. They get to draw 3 extra cards and then activate Emery to like cast another Bauble. Taking the Astrolabe there seems really greedy. Yes, they did mill 4 lands, which is very good for me. We can at least kill this Emery in like 2 turns, Stoneforging for Fire and Ice. Well, that's a lot of mana you got there, opponent. Not my favorite draw in the world. Yeah, Scumbag Batterskull wants to fight. I mean, the Batterskull draw isn't like horrible here because it gives us something to do. Like, we were going to tutor it. We were definitely going to go find Fire and Ice. So at least it's something that we get to do in future turns. Assuming they don't just, like, fucking murder me. It's like, they can't, like, go off here until they find an Urza. Although they could easily have found an Urza by now. They've drawn, like, 9,000 cards. Really want to clear this Emery before they get a blocker up, though. Killing the Emery also notably would turn off the Mox Amber. More baubles. Will you be doing a... Are we POing? Oh, god, that was so bad. Now we're dead. Alright, yeah, we're dead. That's pretty much just concession worthy, right? There's actually just no way we're ever beating this Engineered Explosives. Like, we don't even have anything to do. They get back their Urza, they just kill me. Fuck. That is in fact a game. Opponent, you didn't crack that Engineered Explosives? Should probably crack it on end step, right? I guess I could have forced them. I guess it doesn't matter. So if I tap out. If I tap out, then they can crack it whenever they want. But they won't crack it until end step now. Because I could have like another Tide Hollow. Or like a Thought-Knot or something. We are super dead because my opponent has a bazillion mana. Opponent gets to do their thing for a while. Can't even get past the construct to like clear the Emery. You can also just like Emery back the explosives. I guess to clear the germ, though, they would lose their Mox Opal, Mox Amber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're getting time warped. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think they needed to play that second Amber. Yeah, whatever. We're super dead. Why are we still in this game? I'm curious as to what else they have in their deck, because I don't fucking know. So I'll let them continue to play Magic, so I can see more of their cards. Sigh, sure. This deck plays like Sigh and Saheeli, right? It's a lot of Mox Opals you got there. They still haven't activated their Emery, so they can cast something with their Emery to get another side trigger, make more mana. Might just concede because they're taking so long at this point. Just at this point, it's take random game actions, win. But I'm curious as to all they've cast is like a bunch of Mox Ambers and Mox Opals. Because this was probably bringing Plague Engineer, right? Kills, like, stops the Psy or Saheeli. I'm pretty sure this deck also plays Saheeli. Unfortunately, it doesn't stop both, because Saheeli makes Servos, Psy makes Thopters. Everflowing Chalice. Neat. I guess it, like, ramps you into Urza, and, like, when you're going off, it's just a Darksteel Relic that turns into a Mox Sapphire with Urza. Stop Sword too. I don't think the Paradox Alchemists play Thopter Sword, right? Hey, we got a turn. Look at that. We got a whole turn. We had to cast this Eldrazi Displacer. We had to say go. Living the good life. We even get to attack with this Germ token, and they could like block with a Thopter and then sack the Thopter to the side to draw a card. We're on the Meteor line. Pretty much. Probably concede as soon as I see a Paradoxical Outcome, just to confirm it. And because Paradox Outcome would draw them approximately 900,000 cards. No, we're in the activate Urza section of the game. Wow, they just... all 4 Mox Opals, alright. You got it, boss. Sack this other Mox Opal for this Mox Opal resolves. We're gonna Voltron the Displacer. I don't think we're gonna be taking that many more game actions. Yeah, I think we might get like one more turn or something if they don't draw like PO. So guys, this one am I still supposed to board an Ashiok? I guess it's good against like, it's not even that good against Emery, right? I have no idea how this deck works. Oh yeah, we're super dead. My opponent just has like 9,000 mana and is drawing a million cards. We have no hope of winning this game. Like, they don't have search effects, right? But, like, exiling their graveyards and stuff might be semi-relevant. Oh, there's the PO. Alright, yeah, they draw approximately 9,000 cards. They have 21 cards in hand. That's kind of a lot, as it turns out. This deck just turned to dust against Rip. I imagine they have a lot of sideboard cards that help you deal with it. And also, like, they don't need their graveyard, right? Our recipes wouldn't have done a whole lot here, right? They would have gone off, like, it would have stopped their Emery from doing stuff, but they still have, like, Urza and a bunch of 0 drops and make 1,000 mana. Etc., etc., etc. Oh, Stony Silence. Yeah, Stony Silence is much better. But even then, like, stuff like Sai and Urza let you play through Stony Silences reasonably well. Like, they bounced the Emery, and they just wanted to draw a card, I guess. It's like, it doesn't matter, right? Just really wanted to make sure they hit that second PO. Because they can just, like, draw their deck and Nexus of Fate Me to Death now. Because now with so many 0 drops, they can literally just cast PO, draw their whole deck, and then cast Infinite Nexus of Fates and kill me. Alright, I'm bored. Suppose I could have waited for, does this do anything? Because it pops, like, their Moxen after a turn of it. Alright, well, this seems pretty good. Does Engineer on top do anything? It, like, Engineer's okay because it stops Sai or Saheeli, but not both. Think High is good enough. I'm not happy with it here. I don't think Ashiok is good enough, though. I don't think the modes matter nearly as much. My opponent's not searching their library or anything besides, like, a couple of fetch lands. Like, they don't have Whirs. Has Kaya been over? Kaya's been pretty good today. Like, got a lot of 1-drops today. I just added it for the league today. I like my Graveyard Hate in this format doing something besides Graveyard Hate. Rest of Peace just feels really narrow right now. Strangler's horrible. Yeah, Strangler's horrible here. Get these Stranglers out of my fucking deck. I might just cut, like, all my Stoneforge cards. Stoneforge does not seem to be very meaningful. Like, Fire and Ice can be useful at, like, killing an Emery, but just, like, the swords get chump blocked, get stonewalled by, like, Thopters and stuff so quickly. Colorless things, it's just, like, really slow. Maybe we even just keep in, like, 2 Stranglers to, like, eat Emery, at least. You can't even eat Sai, right? They're both, are Urza and Sai both 1/4s? I think Urza might be, like, a 2/4 or something, but just, like, obnoxiously out of bolt range. Yeah, he's a fucking 1/4. Fuck Sai. I think this is okay. Although we have way too much. I guess removal's okay. Because they really need to have Urza in play. It's some dumb name. It's not High Artificer, right? It's like High something Artificer. Probably says somewhere here. No, they've probably never actually used it. Lord High Artificer, yes. Something stupid like that, exactly. Alright, I'm into this. Inquisition into question mark, into Thought Knot. I feel like this matchup is a lot better than the Warza matchup. I think their pieces are a lot easier to take apart. Alright. I say that, and then I cannot take both of these Emrys. I might just be taking Teferi. And then, like, thought-knotting this Tez. I'm just working out if we, like, want to take an Emry and then try to work our way into strangling the other Emry, but I don't think that's the case. I think we're just taking this Teferi. Maybe take a Mox. I don't know, I might just disenchant the Mox. Depends on what they mill here, I guess. Oh no, disenchant the Mox is horrible, because they can just cast it with the Emry. No, my turn 2 Thought Knot. Oh, take the Opal to stop them from casting Emry on turn 1? Maybe. It seems like kind of ambitious, though. If they, like, hit another land drop or something, or a 0-mana artifact, like, my Inquisition is just wasted. So they played the Island, Chalice, Opal, Emry. So they have Emry, Tez. I don't think I want to hold up Disenchant here. Maybe I did. Maybe just because like the 2 life is pretty free and there's a chance that I want to disenchant something. As long as we can Thought Knot this Tezra, we might be able to do something. Maybe even Thought Knot the Emry. So we can strangle the other Emry and get them off the table. Ooh, Thoughtseize. Alright, that's pretty good. Now we can just strangle the... Or we can Thought Knot the Tez. Then we can Thoughtseize and Strangler the Emrys the following turn. Never mind, they drew at Urza, so we definitely want to take that. Tezra is definitely less threatening. Like, they can make a 5/5, but we have a disenchant, so it's not even that threatening. We can, like, clear it after that. I might just Thoughtseize the Emry and kill the other Emry. Just because they're also, like, a decent amount of mana away from casting the Tezzeret. Might just clear both Emrys here. Opponent drawing a lot of cards. Three mana? They have a 3 mana play? Oh no, they're just gonna play the Tez here. We might be priced into having to cast Disenchant here. Oh wow, they're POing, that's bad. Opponent going off. Looks like we might not win this one. Ooh, alright, well, still alive. Unfortunately, we can't Path, Thoughtseize, and Strangle here. We might just need to give them the Psy for a turn. We're definitely Thoughtseizing, so let's take a look at least. See what they're working with. Another Urza, solid, so we just have to take that. And then path to exile Vasai. And then just have to deal with the Tezzeret. If we strangle the Emery here, they don't necessarily get like another side trigger, right? It also turns off their Mox Amber. Oh no, it doesn't. They have a Sai. I was thinking if we'd force them to like recast the Emery or something, we'd buy ourselves some time. But no, the Sai is also legendary. The chance that playing the Strangler out here is like better. Gives us more bodies to attack the Tezzeret with. I don't want them to like go off with this Sai. Like plus Tezzeret, make another Thopter, block all my shit. We never get to it. I really want like Eldrazi Displacer here, honestly. Would help us like clean up Thopters. We could tap down Emery and like the upkeep, stuff like that. They have the Swamp in hand, yeah. So they can still land drop Tez here. If they minus it, we can clear. We cannot get to it. Because if they minus it, there's still a Thopter in the way. We could strangle the Emery, we could disenchant whatever they animate, but then we still get chump blocked. And this thing only goes down to 2, so they just make another 5/5. All these cards are so hard to beat. Oh, of course, they just drew Urza. I guess that makes things easy. Just casual third Urza. So now they can just play Tezzeret and Urza. Well, that sucks. I think we're pretty dead here. We can clear the Tezzeret, leave them with an Urza and 9,000 mana, right? Because we can disenchant the Construct, attack the Tez with the Thought-Knot Seer, force them to choose between Urza and Tez. And then we can, like, we can not Rest in Peace because we'll have to cast Disenchant. We can at least, like, Strangler the Emery. I feel like proactively, I feel like they didn't need to use the Emery there. Maybe I'm wrong. Valuing the Tez over the Urza. Alright. I mean, I don't think we can beat either of these cards. Am I strangling this Emery right now? They just play the other Emery. But then we can, like, rest in peace to invalidate it afterwards. But then we're also just going to die to a million 5/5s. I think this is probably the best turn to cast Wasteland Strangler. It's not a good turn to cast Wasteland Strangler, but it is a turn. Gone through 3 Urzas now. This thing isn't just lethal, right? It's only like double X. So yeah, they only kill me for 10. Plussing seems a little ambitious. Unless they have some other bullshit to play here. Another Psy or something. Like, they can kill my Strangler, I guess? Sure. Didn't play their Emery. Gonna chump block with the Thopter, maybe? I don't know. Feels kind of weird that they just plussed there instead of minusing. Minusing just like invalidates my Thought-Knot Seer so hard. If we play the rep first, we incentivize them to chump block with like the Emery. Don't necessarily want. Rest in peace. Really need to find Eldrazi Displacer would be our best draw by far. Really helps take care of Tez's minus. I think they played this Mox Amber. I forget. I don't know if it's in their hand or not. Taking a Bauble. Another Psy. Alright, we're dead. Can't beat all these cards, all of which kill me. So they did have the Amber in hand. Guess we could draw a Plague Engineer. Force them to... It turns off the Psy, forces them to chump block with like the Emery or something. No! My fetch! Wait, is this... Left the battlefield, it's not going to be graveyard. Yeah, we're just dead here now. I think ulting Tether is just lethal here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They cast any artifact. They drain me for 14, attack me for 3. Just keep plussing, alright. Please give me more chances to find Plague Engineer. Opponent is really content with killing me with without using Tezzeret for anything besides plussing every single turn. Draw your 4th Urza or something. Oh, PO. Alright, sure. Draw 9,000 cards. Still draw Engineer? I mean, they have like 15 cards in hand, so... And you're probably not doing dick, but they're down like 3 Urzas. But they only have 15 cards left, so if they have their 4th Urza, we do just die. Yeah, there's the 4th Urza. Alright, we're just dead. So close. We got the old 4-1. Died to the final boss there. Yeah, opponent just had like a little bit too many payoffs for us to like deal with. We had a pretty solid start, but like at every turn our decisions were like were really awkward that game too. Game 1 we just got like flattened super hard. It was like every time we were like, alright, we can just take away this and they have nothing, and they was like, okay, have the 2nd Urza, okay, have the 3rd Urza, okay, have the Sai. I was a little bit more optimistic about that matchup than the Urza matchup, because I think our spells matter a lot more in that matchup, and I think they have like less cards that I care about, or at least maybe I thought. So is Urza busted? People are saying Urza is busted. I'm not nearly good enough at Modern to know that, because I have played against the deck like once in my whole life. I mean, that wasn't Urza. That was the Paradoxical Urza deck. They're not playing War of Invention. But yeah, Urza's a very powerful card. In that deck, they just use it to like make infinite mana, draw their whole deck, etc., etc. The Thought Restored version, I think, is harder for this deck to beat, just because this deck is so soft to Ensnaring Bridge. I think the Paradoxical Outcome felt much better in my experience. Although in my playtesting, I have lost to that deck in my one play and then beat Urza in my exactly one playthrough. But I think that matchup felt a lot more winnable. I think playing against Urza requires like getting kind of lucky. Playing against that deck feels like you just need to. You kind of just want to overload their relevant cards, because they have like a pretty critical, like they have only a small subset of relevant cards, and you have like Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Thought Knot, Tide Hollow, like Fatal Push and Path to Exile and stuff, Sideboard, Rest in Peace, Stony Silence. You just have like a lot of things to deal with their payoffs. And the game, that entire game too, was basically just like, did I have more answers than they had payoffs? And then the answer was no by like exactly 1. And then I lost. It's from my interpretation of like exactly that one match though, so grain of salt and all that. Thought the noise of the cat's getting up to no good. I think it's the dog on the other side of this wall chasing a toy. But anyway, let's find someone to host. Stoneblade, Emery, I don't even know. Mono Green Tron, Fish. Who's playing Legacy? Oh yeah, Card Kingdom plays Legacy. I always forget. Card Kingdom's always playing streaming live Legacy on Mondays, so I'll go host Card Kingdom. Love them. They're cool. But anyway. Thanks everybody for watching today. Hope you had a good time. Kaya was, I think, a pretty strong addition to this deck. Excited to try it out. Although Kaya is not a card I ordered when I was buying the cards for this deck, so I need to pick that up last minute. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching. If you want to support the channel, as always, follow, subscribe, donate, etc., etc. Gonna be jamming this deck some more Wednesday and Friday in prep for the 10K going on. Happy Monday to everyone. I guess it might be Tuesday in some places at this point, but whatever. Happy start of the week. Hope your weeks go well. Catch you guys all in 2 days. Eternal Legacy after the 10K? Yes. I'll be playing a bunch of Legacy prepping for Eternal Weekend. Now for real, I'm out.